At Riverside University, almost everyone had seen Maria before. She was beautiful, calm, and always carried a book in her hands. But there was something unusual about Maria was always alone. Every morning, while other students laughed, talked, and walked in groups to lectures, Maria quietly walked by herself. She would enter the lecture hall, sit in the front row, open her notebook, and focus completely on the lesson. She rarely spoke. Scene 2, students whispering. Because of this, many students started making assumptions about her. Some people said she was proud, others thought she believed she was better than everyone else, but the truth was very different. Amara wasn't proud. She was simply an introvert. Scene 3, night study scene. Every night when the university campus became quiet and most students were asleep, Maria's room light was still on. She sat at her small desk surrounded by books and notebooks. While others were resting, Maria was studying, reading, practicing, learning more than what was taught in class. For her, studying wasn't just an obligation, it was her passion. Scene 4, classroom moment. One afternoon during a difficult lecture, the professor asked a question. It was a very complex question. The entire classroom became silent. Students looked at each other, unsure of the answer. Even the smartest students in the class didn't know what to say. Then suddenly, Maria slowly raised her hand. After that day in class, everyone noticed Maria. Some whispered, "She's amazing." Others tried to talk to her, but Maria remained calm, quiet, and focused. Her world was still books, notes, and learning. Then the university announced a national science competition. The best students would compete, and Maria's name was called. For the first time, she felt nervous. She would have to show her knowledge in front of everyone, including professors she admired and students she didn't know. Back in her dorm, Maria opened her notebook and began preparing. Late into the night, her desk lamp glowed over pages of calculations, diagrams, and ideas. She worked silently, tirelessly. Her passion drove her forward, not fear or attention. The day arrived. The lecture hall was packed with cameras, students, and judges. Maria walked in as always, calm, confident, quietly focused. When it was her turn to present, she stood tall, took a deep breath, and began. Every word, every diagram, every answer left the audience in awe. She didn't just show brilliance, she showed quiet determination, focus, and grace under pressure. By the end, everyone realized, sometimes the greatest minds are the quietest, letting their results speak louder than words. The moment had arrived. The tension in the hall was unbearable. And the winner of the national science competition is Maria. Me? She walked toward the stage slowly, feeling the weight of every eye on her. She told herself, "Stay calm. Focus. You can do this." Her classmates whispered, "She deserves it. All that hard work. It paid off." Not only had she won the competition, but something even bigger awaited her. "Maria, your brilliance has earned you a full international scholarship." She could hardly believe it. "Thank you. I can't believe this." She paused on the stage, taking a deep breath, feeling the magnitude of the moment. "I used to think being quiet made me invisible, but I've learned something important. Being an introvert is not a weakness. It means you listen more, think deeper, and grow stronger in silence. Sometimes, the quietest people make the loudest impact." As the sun set, Maria walked across the campus, scholarship letter in hand, a calm confidence on her face. Being quiet doesn't mean being small. It means you can shine in your own way. She returned home to the people who had always believed in her. "Maria, we are so proud of you," her mother said. "You worked so hard and now look at you," her father added. Her sibling asked, "Tell us everything. What's it like to win?" Maria smiled, holding her scholarship letter. "It feels amazing, but I've learned something more important. Being quiet doesn't mean you can't shine. Being an introvert is a strength. Sometimes, the quietest people make the loudest impact." Her family hugged her tightly, laughter and warmth filling the room. Her journey, her silence, and her focus had brought her here,